Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well and had a good weekend. It's actually a beautiful day in the neighborhood here in eastern Kentucky. The sky is blue, but give it a little time. I'm sure it'll turn white. But anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. It's February 19, 2024, and it is President's Day. I'm not sure. Which president should we be celebrating? Should we be celebrating the past presidents? There are some of them I certainly couldn't. I couldn't support. But anyway, it is President's Day. That means that there is no mail delivery. I just realized that this morning. And I want to tell you about some stupid perp tricks. But I'm sure this happens to you. And if it does happen to you, please leave a comment down below. And please remember to hit the thumbs up. It helps fight the algorithms and the cyber stalkers. And I've got one in particular that is a primate that as soon as I post a video, thumbs it down a zillion times with all of his alter ego accounts. But anyway, so I had been in contact with the New Jersey Charities division. I mean, obviously, FreyasCatRescue is a 501c3 nonprofit. And the way it works is you receive a federal tax exemption number. It's an EIN number. And if you choose to fundraise, publicly fundraise, you put out a fundraiser like I did in New Jersey, at Five Below, at Panera, at Chipotle. We would hold public fundraisers there, PetSmart Charities, etc. When you hold public fundraisers like that, you are required to register with the New Jersey Charities Division. And also, if you exceed gross of $10,000 or more, you're supposed to register with the Charities Division if you are publicly fundraising. That's the key. It's publicly fundraising, and there's a dollar amount. I always have to file my 990s and my corporate returns because, yes, FreyasCatRescue is actually a corporation. So we have to file our New Jersey annual corporation and pay a fee. I think it's 30 or 40 or even $50. And then we have to pay our 990 filing, which is, like filing a federal return, a tax return. And it's called an EZ form because we gross under $10,000. And the way it works is if it's over $10,000, you can elect to tell the New Jersey Charities Division that you have exceeded the $10,000 and then have to file something else. But if you consistently go under the $10,000 and your gross receipts and you are not publicly fundraising, it is a voluntary, I'm going to say it again, it is a voluntary to have your name in the New Jersey Charities Register and then file with, I think it's a $30 fee. So the New Jersey Charities Division, after I posted a video about the corrupt feral cat colony, the feral cat cartels, and how there are no such thing as a community cat, somebody must have called the Charities Division, and I receive a half a dozen, maybe 9 emails that I am past due in my filings. So I handed them all of my filings, my 990s, my corporate returns. They said, oh, no, you have to file with the New Jersey Charities Division. I said, no, I do not. I don't meet the criteria. I'm no longer in New Jersey. I'm not holding public fundraisers in New Jersey anymore. I actually have a letter from 2020 discussing this with you guys. And they want to charge me all this money. So anyway, they had sent me some information and stuff. And then finally, the investigator of the New Jersey Charities Division sends me an email. Congratulations! You are exempt from filing. Well, I knew that, which is why I didn't file. I know when I have to file, when I don't have to file. It's not like I'm avoiding filing my 990s or my corporate returns. I don't have to file with the New Jersey Charities Division because we're not publicly fundraising there, and we're grossing under $10,000. So they're going against their rules. And meanwhile, the criminals back in New Jersey, the feral cat cartel, they have never filed with the New Jersey Charities Division. The point I'm making here about the stupid perp tricks is that I went into my email to retrieve some of those documents, print them out, save them and stuff, and they were all gone. They disappeared. Poof. Deleted. So I had to contact them again to send me replacements. Then, I mean, you know what's going on with my tankless water heater that's only 5 years old, that I've now had to replace the coils of in June of 2023, and now I don't have hot water again because the criminal keeps power surging and burning out all my electrical devices, including watches, iPads, lamps, humidifiers, dehumidifiers, air purifiers. I mean, the list is endless, and I'm sure this has happened to you too. So I'm messaging back and forth my plumber, and I give him some information and stuff because I've decided I'm done with this tankless water heater. I'll move it somewhere else. I'll keep it here. I'll use it as a backup. I'm getting a regular tank, so I had to do a lot of moving. This is why you didn't hear from me over the weekend. I had to move out a piece of furniture in a very tiny spot in my laundry room, move it through my house, which is, I have no room, and then move it out into the Cats building. So I made a spot there, and then I realized when I was in the Cats building, these criminals, and this is what they did in New Jersey too, is they like to pour a urine-like substance underneath things. They did it with filing cabinets in New Jersey. Now, meanwhile, you have to understand, I'm 65. I've had cats my entire life. I've rescued cats. I've had as many as 30 cats in my house. Never a problem. Until all this became overt. And then they would literally pour urine at the top of bookshelves and stuff. But it wasn't urine. It was a urine-like substance. It was yellow. It was gooey. So anyway, yes, I had to clean all that garbage up that they did in the Cats building, all underneath things. So getting back to the stupid perp tricks, I'm messaging back and forth my plumber, and I go to retrieve some of the information that he partaked, the wording of what I need to discuss with the electrician, to have all this hooked up with him being here. Gone. Somebody had gone into my text messages and deleted them all. These are two serious matters. My communications with taking care of my property, communicating with a plumber or an electrician is my business. It's nobody else's business, and you do not have my permission. You do not have the right to delete my communications. I do not consent. I don't know what you're getting off on this. You sick, perverted losers. Stupid perp tricks. They're not even tricks anymore. It's sneaky. It's disgusting. And you know what? No, I'm not going to pray for you guys. I'm not going to pray. I'm just going to pray that you're going to end. Your lives are going to end a lot sooner than you expect. That's what I'm going to pray for you. Because every time you harm an innocent person, it's going to come back to you. And yeah, I'm going to do the visualization my friend Dolly recommended. Visualize. If you know what they look like, visualize insects, all those DARPA bugs, the weaponized insects crawling all over them. Every time they hit the button to zap you, they're getting zapped by a DARPA wasp. Yeah, just like they've done to me. But anyway, those are the stupid perp tricks. So, deleting texts, deleting emails. Okay? So, now I want to mention that this morning, I was cleaning out the Cats building, turning on an air purifier, turning off a dehumidifier, a humidifier. As soon as I did that, there was a loud bang. This was a radio frequency to the metal roof of their building. At the exact same time, I immediately, my vision was changed. You know how when you look up at the sunlight for too long, you're out in the bright light, and then you go inside and you see like spots before your eyes? And it takes a while for your eyes to adjust. That is exactly what happened to me. I was inside of a closed building. Radio frequencies banged on the metal roof. Just once. One loud bang. And I temporarily lost my vision. So this is what these silent weapons do to innocent people. And no, I'm not crazy. I'm very lucid. I know exactly what's happening to me. I've lived a long time. I know what my body should and doesn't feel like. And this is being done deliberately to me. And imagine how my cats felt at that time. Another stupid perp trick is coming back into my house and finding a pile of ants underneath a dish on my kitchen counter. Oh, they love to do this. They really like to do this. These are sick people. They walk around with vials of insects, spiders, ants. They come into your house and they drop them off. Imagine your tax dollars. Your tax dollars paying private contractors, fusion center operatives, InfraGard operatives, local criminals, to walk into somebody's house and drop off a bunch of ants because they carry around a vial of bugs. Your tax dollars do this. Yeah. There was one time last week I came in and there were ants all over my coffee spoon. I have to tell you guys, it was in the 20s this morning. It is bitterly cold. Everything is covered in frost. There are no ants. There are no ants. There's nothing thought out that would remotely indicate that I would have an ant attack. These ants were deliberately placed here. Leave a comment down below if you experienced this. So yes, so that assault was at 8:57 a.m. Oh, when I looked at my watch, you know, it runs by itself on a battery, said 2:30. This is another thing that these losers do. They like to alter your time. They like to mess with your time in your head. These are psychological operations. They will turn the time forward or behind on a clock, on a watch. It's deliberate. I started wearing a watch when Kathy O'Brien, in her recent book, mentioned wearing a watch because when they're assaulting you, they're putting you to sleep. You want to know how long it's been. Is it 5 minutes? Is it 20 minutes? Is it 2 hours? Keep a note of that. And I make a notation because I'll start watching a video. And let's say the video is 20 minutes long. And 10 minutes into the video, I'm gone. I disappear. They knock me out. By the time I wake up, that video is over and I'm on to another video or even another video. So I have to go back to see how long it was that I was knocked out for. And this is, my door is closed. My door is locked. I've got bar on my door. So this is being done with radio frequencies. Another thing I wanted to mention is, please go to the Lookout for Charlie video. I believe it was from yesterday, early morning yesterday. It's about a cop and an acorn, okay? Just look for the cop and the acorn. This police officer was outside. He's got, he puts those gloves on. There is a criminal, whatever, a person that was arrested in his vehicle in the backseat of a car. He's walking from another vehicle, and he claims to have heard an acorn drop. I believe that what he heard was a trigger for hearing gunshots. So, Lookout for Charlie posts the video. You do not hear a gunshot on the original video, But what he does is he gets the audio, and the underneath portion of the audio, you can hear the gunshot, but you don't hear it outside. You hear it inside of the audio. This is something that he is hearing privately, and you can all relate to that. Hearing it privately, but not externally. But he claims to have heard an acorn drop. Okay? So, another YouTube creator that I watch is called, Here's the Deal. His name is Brian. He's got a couple of channels. He watches cops. Like, I really like him because he exposes some of the horrendous stuff that some cops do. Okay? So he's playing the Look Out for Charlie video and stuff. And he's not, I believe he's not understanding that there is something called V2K. The voice of God, weapons. And that cops, just like you and I, can be set up to create a false flag. So maybe that cop was a targeted person. Maybe they wanted him out, and he ended up resigning as a result of this. He had to. They forced him to resign by creating this psyop to make him appear as if he's mentally ill, that he's not all with it. Because what he did was, he said that he heard gunfire, and he took out his weapon and started shooting. But there was none. It was only heard in his brain. So please go and listen to the Look Out for Charlie video on V2K of cops. I believe that some cops are being set up. I mean, look at the Manalapan, New Jersey lawsuit. Police officer files a complaint with Internal Affairs, and the former resigned chief of police, Michael Fountain, declares him an enemy of the state, orders him for a psychological evaluation, fabricates stuff, takes away his firearms, orders him for a mental health evaluation. I mean, the guy sues him, wins out a lawsuit, you know, gag order and all that stuff. So you don't think that some cops are set up just the way you and I are set up? Now, I'm not defending cops here, but I'm just saying that if they want to get rid of someone, let's say maybe this was a good cop. Maybe he ratted out somebody on the force. Maybe he wasn't going along to get along, and they wanted this guy gone. So hopefully, you know, fortunately, he didn't unalive somebody, but he was completely ineffective because of this. So I urge you to go listen to the Look Out for Charlie video and the V2K of the cop. The key word is acorn. It's in the subject heading. Okay, so I'm not going to post the link there for you. Also, now I received a comment from a subscriber. And it was on, let's see, it was on my video. Let's see if I could find it here. It was on my video about, let's see. Oh, yes. Are you on a list? And it was on February 12th. It was the OFAC HR 3162. She actually found her name on the list. She said, if you type in your name minus the vowels, she found her name. If you type, like if I type in my name Lorraine and my last name Valente, I'm not going to find my name. And I did not find my name. So now I'm going to have to try it again and remove the vowels. So this is how sneaky they are in adding you. So they've got your name up there somewhere, but they have misspelled it. So they may have gotten rid of the vowel. They have done this to me in New Jersey when I filed a complaint, and they refused, absolutely refused, to change the correct spelling of my last name. They spelled it Valentine. And then in another instance, they spelled it with an I at the end instead of an E, and they absolutely refused to change it to the correct name. Yes, this is corrupt New Jersey for you. Now, getting back to an email that I received today, if anybody has little cameras that by WYZE, WYZE. I get an email today, WYZE friends. On Friday morning, we had a service outage that led to a security incident, and your account and over 99.75 of all WYZE accounts were not affected by the security event. But we wanted to make you aware of the incident and let you know that what we're doing to make sure that it doesn't happen again. The outage originated from our partner AWS and took down WYZE devices for several hours early Friday morning. If you tried to view live cameras or events during that time, you likely weren't able to. We're very sorry for the frustration and confusion this caused. As we work to bring cameras back online, we experienced a security issue. Some users reported seeing the wrong thumbnails and event videos in their Events tab. We immediately removed access to the Events tab and started an investigation. We can now confirm that as cameras were coming back online, about 13,000 WYZE users received thumbnails from cameras that were not their own. You hear that? They got thumbnails from cameras that were not their own. And 1,504 users tapped on them. Okay, so they tapped on them. Of course, I would too. If I saw a thumbnail on my security camera that wasn't mine, I'd want to know what it was. Most taps enlarged the thumbnail, but in some cases, an event video was able to be viewed. All affected users have been notified, and your account was not one of the accounts affected. Okay, thank you so much. The incident was caused by a third party caching client library that was recently integrated into our system. This client library received unprecedented load conditions caused by devices coming back online all at once. As a result of increased demand, it mixed up device ID and user ID mapping and connected some data to incorrect accounts. Guys, I'm just going to say this. If this could happen with security cameras, do you think that they can't confuse my identity with yours? Or my identity or your identity with someone else that is unrelated to us? These are the challenges of modern day technology. To make sure this doesn't happen again, we have added a new layer of verification before users are connected to event videos. We have also modified our system to bypass caching for checks on user device relationships until we identified new client libraries that are thoroughly stress tested for extreme events like what we experienced on Friday. We know this is very disappointing news. It does not reflect our commitment to protect customers or mirror the other investments and actions we have taken in recent years to make security a top priority at WYZE. We built a security team, implemented multiple processes, created new dashboards, maintained a bug bounty program, and were undergoing multiple third-party audits and penetration tests when this event occurred. We must do more and be better, and we will. We are so sorry for this incident, and we are dedicated to rebuilding your trust. If you have any questions about your account, please visit support.wyze.com. There you have it, guys. So, imagine waking up, checking your security cameras. First, there are no events for hours. Then, you finally click online. You click on your event, and it belongs to your neighbor. It belongs to somebody in another state, right? It could be anyone. imagine how the seriousness of this. Just saying. So I look forward to your questions and comments about this. Do you have a WYZE camera? Was your camera interfered with? Has anybody tried to locate their name on the OFAC website, OFAC? If so, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what your experience was. I tried with my real full name, and I'm going to have to try it again. Eliminate the vowels and change up my name and see what happens. So anyway, targeted individuals, TIs out there, and all the people out there that don't think that you're targeted but really are. These are crimes against humanity by subhuman psychopaths. You were placed on a list. Which one? And just remember, folks, you never give up. Never give up. Stay strong. Carry on. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, exposing one criminal at a time.